Hi, it's Jill from Jilly Bean Studio. I hope you're well, and today I hope you can come along and journal with me. I'm going to play with some hand lettering and work on a fall spread. So welcome to my channel, or welcome back. I am working in a composition notebook junk journal and really loving it. Now, I've made some additions that I didn't expect. So I'll update you with that if you followed along, or if you want to find out about how I made this and try one yourself, I will link the making of the composition notebook junk journal below. So to start, I am playing with some hand lettering today and a bunch of markers, just grabbing what I have in my stash. And one of the new things that I didn't plan in the beginning, but I did have extra pages in the back, is this one line a day. Now, I have seen whole journals on this that even I don't know, people do a whole journal for like a year or even longer. And whatever it was, mid-month, not even at the beginning, September 15th, I decided that was something I wanted to do in this journal. So I had extra pages in the back that I originally thought I was going to use for pockets and such. But as I don't know, does this happen to you? You kind of just discover along the way when you are actually doing your journaling, like what it is that you want. And sometimes you don't know in the beginning. At least that's what happens for me. So this is one of those times where I didn't expect that and was really happy to have those pages because I like to mix up my journaling. And anyway, so I have this one line a day spread on the extra pages in the back. And now what I'm doing is the same sort of technique that I did for the one line a day lettering at the top, I'm doing on tracing paper. And there's a lot of other journalers that do this, do their own hand lettering and cut them out. I know Elizabeth does this. I love seeing this on her pages, and I can link her in the description box below. Instead of buying alpha letters, she often just, journals with any kind of marker she has in her stash and then cuts them out. I think that's a great thing to do, and then you can pick out the colors you want for your page. So yeah, anyway, I am doing this. I happen to be doing this on tracing paper. And for today's journal session, because I'm using cursive, I'm outlining the entire word. The one on top, I outlined the individual letters because it was printing, if that makes sense. So yeah, I love this technique. So simple. I like tracing paper in general. It just adds that, translucent or whatever you would call it, quality, there it is, you kind of can see it, to your page that I think is a nice touch. So I'm going to use this hello and then make hello fall for my September journaling spread. But I just wanted to update you, and I'm using on this new twist at the end, and I'm using those fun Sarasa pens in different colors to write the thought a day. And that can be anything, by the way. It can be a quote, just something random to remind you of what you were doing, a feeling, whatever that looks like for you. So I'm happy about that addition, and I'm showing you, I like to cut out the washi stickers. They have kind of a big border. And yeah, I think so. I've saved 4 pages for this edition. And then I have a little flap in the back for goodies that I extended the back cover over. So yeah, I think that's gonna work. Something unplanned. And now I will have it for, the next few months. So this is the fall setup I've been working on lately. You can see I've accomplished the cider donuts on that list, and we're kind of doing a rating system in my house for that. And I'm gonna move on. I love these pumpkins from one of the local stores. They seem to be everywhere. Gonna move on with my cup of tea. So I hope you're grabbing a cup of whatever you enjoy and whatever journal supplies you have and can continue to journal along with me. So in this spread, some of the thoughts just running through my head are that, oh yeah, I grabbed that marker. I love that Tombow color marker and did the fall and outlined that as well. Some of the thoughts just running through my head are, I'm not using traditional colors for fall. For us, it's those orange, like the pumpkins and the browns. I'm really adding just pretty, I don't know, yellows and pop of bright colors that I enjoy. I'm letting myself just go for it and I'm getting myself out of the box, I guess is what I want to say with colors. So I am going to grab these goodies that I left in the back to use for today's spread. So some of the things I love to use in my journals, and I would love to hear what you enjoy using in your journal. I love using book pages. Oh yeah, and by the way, I tend to speed up my videos, as you've probably noticed, when some cutting and gluing happen. I love this children's book image. For me, the little tree is kind of blowing out cool air. And the adorable little animals. It's just so sweet. So the cooler air, that is definitely, I don't know where you are in the world, but I am on the East Coast in the US. We call our general area New England. And I'm actually in Connecticut, one of the smaller states in New England. So for us, it's chilly sweater weather. And feeling like I want a cup of hot things often, including oatmeal, which may or may not appeal to you, but I add some of our local maple syrup to that, and yeah, it is really good. All right, so now I'm playing around with positioning. I have this tip in on embossed music paper. I don't know if you can see the embossing because it's definitely hard to see. And what I'm trying to figure out is using these scrappy bits on a coffee dyed index card for a journaling spot. I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing right now, which is typical in my journaling sessions. I'm going to add this scrappy bit of paper that has kind of a leaf design on the top there. I had that pocket made. That's wallpaper on the bottom left that I just added that scrappy bit. And what I'm coming up with now is I think I'm going to add a bead of glue sort of to the center of the tree image so I can use it on the tip in, but also, ooh, sorry, there's a bit of a glare there. But also I can add this little coffee dyed index card in the scrappy bits and use that for a journaling and tuck spot on, have it come in from the center of the journal, if that makes sense, to the left. I'm just gonna, yeah, okay. Let me get the glue. So this is art glitter glue. You can use whatever glue you have. I happen to have this in my stash. It is a little pricey on the glue market, and I hear it's kind of hard to get, but I think a little goes a long way. So I've enjoyed using that. And another good glue, I have PVA glue, and I like that, or whatever, a tacky glue is fine. On the glue rant right now. And I am a big fan of the index card. Are you? I find them almost the perfect size for, I guess, the size journals that I use. Again, I have more real estate in this composition notebook than I've had in some of my previous journals. So I am going to use this again. You could sew around the edges if if you wanted to. If you're a person with a sewing machine, I do have one, and on occasion I do that, but I'm going for the more direct approach today. I'm just grabbing the glue stick. But I find a few scraps that you have laying around in your scrap boxes and bins on an index card that kind of go with whatever colors are on your page is a quick, easy fix to add a journaling spot. And I do love my journals are a bit of writing about what goes on in my week. I tend to do 2 to 4 pages a week, just depends. Yeah, I like that. That will work. And we'll slide it right in there. Okay, let's get down our hand lettering. And I don't know what I'm doing with this bit. I don't want to block. As you may have noticed, I cut that page on the right hand side with all of the splashes of watercolor. Maybe another index card, there I go. On a curve, sort of. Again, I think it's bullet journalers who use that more often, I guess. It's like a Dutch door sort of thing. And I like that. So I'm a little unsure of where I'm going with that bit, but I do like it on the page to kind of have both pages, left and right hand side, kind of matching up a bit. So yeah, this journal session, I don't quite finish, I suppose. So I'll show you a picture at the end as far as I've gotten. But that's the way it rolls, right? I'm a journaler who just leaves my journals open on my table, and then I just go back to it over the course of the week. That seems to work for me. And I'd love to know what works for you. Always open to good ideas and tips. So yeah, I think I'll go back with one of the Sarasa pens and journal a little bit later. So this is kind of the almost finished spread. And there are some of our local pumpkins. So thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I really appreciate you watching.